All right, you guys. This is me, Jayden Ackins, coming to you with my experience dealing with the Express Lyft Drive program as it was. I've been in it for about a good 2 months now. So with that being said, after this quick introduction, when we come back, we're going to be discussing the Express Drive Lyft program, the pros, the cons, and I'm also going to give you a little bit of tips if you're first starting up in the Atlanta area. What's like the best areas and the best times to go out and try to make your money. You can make your money. There's potentially a lot of money to be made, but we'll talk about that right after this. Okay, you guys. So now that we're back, I had to take a little talk or whatever. If you're wondering what I'm on, this is the Kanger Subbox C unit. As far as vapors goes, it's a nice little beginning vape. Nice little one that I have. If you want to see my first experience with this vape in particular, you can always go to, I'm going to put the link to that video in the description, as well as, while you're here, I'm also going to put my Lyft referral code in the description. The good thing about the Lyft referral code is that when you sign up with someone's Lyft referral code, depending on which state that you're in, the person that you sign up with or referral code that you use, they usually get somewhere between $150 to $200. But with you, and especially in the Atlanta area, once you finish your first 100 rides within the first month, they give you almost $1,000. So I'm all here for helping people out, and we helping each other. So what I'm going to do is I'm also going to have my referral code in the video. If you don't see it already, I'm going to put it in the video, but I'm also going to put the referral code down there in the not the comments, but the description, so that you can have the referral code. And once you finish your first 100 rides, that's $900 coming to you. If you're in the greater Atlanta, Georgia area, if you're in other states, those might apply differently to you. But bam, bam, there it is. I'm helping you, you helping me, we helping each other. This is how community works, baby. So without further ado, and don't forget, before we get started too deep in this video, like, comment, subscribe, and do not forget to smash that bell button so that you can see every time that I upload a video here on the Jayden Ackins channel. If you don't know, I am also a country music artist. You can check out the links to those videos after this video right here. They'll pop up. No problem. Go check out that music. Don't be afraid of it now. Okay, so without further ado, we're going to get into the Express Drive Lyft program, as it were. So with the Express Drive Lyft program, you have to first sign up to be a Lyft driver. Once you sign up to be a Lyft driver and you get approved, you can then start to reserve a car from Lyft's Express Drive Lyft program, which is also partnered with Hertz and Avis. Now, when you get started up, all you need is $250 deposit. You need $250 so that you can put down a deposit, and then you need to reserve your car. Pick a date, pick a time to reserve your car, and then you go in there, and all you need to bring with you, I swear, is your driver's license. And I think, like with me, for some reason they wanted like valid debit or like bank card, like a debit card or something like that. For whatever reason, I don't know. But most of the time, all you have to do is bring your driver's license with you. But don't forget to also bring a nice little debit card or credit card with you that you made the reservation with. That's why. Just remembered it. The credit card or debit card that you made a reservation with, you have to bring it with you. This is for like verification and stuff like that. The process itself, once you get into an Express Drive Lyft location, most of the time it's going to be a Hertz location. But here in Georgia, we have one in College Park on Main Street on Roosevelt Highway. That's where I went. I can only speak on my experience with them. It is a Hertz location, but when you pull in, it also has the signs for Express Drive Lyft. Once you go in there, you're going to go in there. You're going to check in. You got to check in at the desk. You type in on this little notepad your name, your number, your email address, or whatever. Saves it in there. Once it's done, they'll send you a text talking about how like your thank you for checking in. Now, just wait to be called up or whatever. Once you get called up, usually it's going to be in a group of people that reserve that day. They're going to show you a 10 to 15 minute video about all their policies and what they have as far as like using Express Drive Lyft car. The things that they're going to tell you, number one, is that you must get 20 rides a week. You have to get 20 rides a week. It doesn't matter if you have the money to cover your weekly rental, which is another part of it. But without those 20 rides, you're not going to automatically renew. Okay, and the other part that I just mentioned is your weekly rental fee. Depending on where you go, this could be anywhere from $200 to $250 a week. Now, this is when we get into the pros and cons. Pros about the Lyft Express Drive. First of all, also, there are a couple rules about Lyft Express Drive. You got to get an oil change like at least once every couple months or whatever. But they also, if you go into a Pep Boys here in Georgia, they have, or I think they have it nationwide. If you go into a Pep Boys, it's within your Lyft package. You get the oil change for free. You just have to make sure that every month or so you get an oil change, and it's going to show up in their database, and they want you to keep up on that. You got to make sure that the car is kept neat and clean at all times, and there is absolutely no smoking. It's prohibited in the cars, and so if they smell it, they're going to take the car away from you. It's that serious. So, but that's what happens. Now, pros, you are getting a car for $250. As a down deposit, you're getting a car, and you're walking away with a car within a week, depending on the open reservations that they have. Sometimes they don't even have reservations available, and you have to wait for a month or so on in. So as soon as you're ready, go ahead and get that. Don't wait on it. You're getting a car. Second pro is you can drive that car. It has unlimited miles. You can use it for your own personal business. So if you're wondering about that, like if I'm not on the app, can I use it? Yes, you can. Use it for your personal use all you want to. Third thing is that the rental fee is not coming directly out of your pocket. When it comes to the rental fee, it all depends on how much you make that week. Because you have to cover their rental fee before you can start making your money. Now, that is a pro and a con. The simple fact that the rental fee is not personally coming out of your pocket, you don't have to put it into your expenses as far as like paying them. But then we get into the other part of it. It's like, I got to make $250 before I can start making my money. And, depending on how dedicated you are, you can knock that $250 out in a couple of days or so if you're really just at it. But if you're like other people like me and stuff, and you have like a job and other stuff to do, it's still doable, but it might take you like 3 or 4 days, and you just might have Friday through Sunday to make your money. That's if you go at it like I do. I usually just try to stick it somewhere in between my work schedule. All right. Now, another part of it is, to be honest, that's really the only con, but you also have to show up every 56 days to like personally renew. Now, when you first get the car, for the first 56 days or the first 2 months, basically, it's going to auto renew as long as you're meeting the requirements. That means as long as you're getting the 20 rides and as long as you're paying your $250. And if you do not have the $250 by the time 5 o'clock Monday morning comes around, Wednesday, they're going to take that money out of your, whichever day that you actually signed up, they're going to take that money out of your account that day through that debit or credit card. So that's the reason why they wanted it. And if you do not cover the money and my thing is like, you have to pay it within a reasonable time. Sometimes they give you up to like a week, maybe, before they start saying like, yo, we need this, or you got to turn the car back in. So every 56 days, you got the auto renew process, but that's only for 56 days. But on that 56th day, you have to show up personally to that Hertz Express Lyft location and renew it in person. That can be a con depending on how you look at it, because, sometimes you might not want to, it might be an inconvenience for you or whatever, but, they're giving you a whole car. So Don't be a dick about it. But also, I mean, that's pretty much good. Oh, as far as the insurance goes, here's how the insurance works. If you get into an accident with your Lyft car, now you got Lyft's insurance that insures your personal car, and then you got the insurance that comes along with the Hertz vehicle. And the messed up part about it is that the insurance that comes along with the Hertz vehicle has a much lower deductible than them insuring your own personal car. If they insure your own personal car while you are a Lyft driver and you are driving Lyft and the app is on, you have to pay a $2,500 deductible before they can fix your car. Crazy, isn't it? Now, with Hertz does insurance through their insures their own cars. So Hertz insurance covers liability. It also covers death and accidents and all that other stuff, and like chips and paints and all that other crap is covered up under their insurance. And with them, you only have to pay a $500 deductible if something happens to the car. Now, to answer your question, like, what do I have to pay a deductible if it's my fault or if it's somebody else's fault? Regardless of the situation, yes, you have to give them $500 regardless of the situation. They only refund you the money after they find out that whatever happened to the car was not your fault. Also, if you want to know, like, if it hails or if it rains or if a natural disaster happens to the car, are you liable for it? No, you are not liable for it. It's covered under the natural disaster clause or whatever. In another video, we can go deeper into the insurance basis of it, and I can answer more in more detail your questions. But that's the gist of it. So, to review this whole video, there are pros and cons to it. First of all, you got to make their money before you make yours. That's $250 that you have to make before you can make your own money. And trust me, you want to make that $250 unless you just have money in your pocket to spend on your rental. All right. If you just want to spend it on your rental, just get the 20 rides, because 20 rides is not going to get you to $250. I'm telling you that right now. But yeah, you got to pay a difference. But there are pros to it. It's insured. You have the car as long as you want. You have this car as long as you want. That's another pro that I want to make. You have this car as long as you want. Every 56 days, just make sure you come in and personally renew. But the car is yours as long as you are willing to drive to keep it. That's it. So all you guys that are in a tight bind and you like, I don't know how I'm going to make money to pay for another car, this could be a way out for you. This could be a way out. As long as you got at least $250, $300, you go in there, you make your reservation, you give them that $250 down, and bam, you in a car. You might have to work to keep it, but guess what? You got a car and you ain't got to come up with thousands of dollars. And you have the potential to make money to save up for your own vehicle, as long as you're willing to do the work. But yeah, so the Express Drive program, just remember you got to make a $250 deposit, bring your ID and the debit or credit card that you made a deposit with. You're good to go. Sit through the videos or whatever. If you want to know how long the process took, I think it probably, from walking in the door, probably took about a good 45 minutes to get out there with the car. So just know that you're not leaving for a good 30 minutes to an hour. So don't plan it. You just plan to be there for at least an hour. But that's as far as my experience. If it's somebody else, just go by what they say. But as far as this, I can show you an example of it. I'll put a screenshot up somewhere in this area of it. It'll show you that they have a rental fee coverage that you have to do, and the money that I made this week. It was a little slow for me this week because I was sick and going through all this other stuff, but I made like $270, so it wasn't bad. But if I didn't have to pay that rental fee, I have like a stone 500 in my pocket right now. That's all I'm saying. And I'll also put like the times. Oh, what I also forgot to tell you, the best times for Lyft drivers that are first starting up, you want to get out and you want to go in the morning. especially in the Atlanta area, be out probably around like 5 o'clock. You'll start catching a lot of people going to work or trying to go to the airport early in the morning. Those rides will get you started. And I say it slows down probably around like 11, around 11 o'clock or so. And it starts to jump back up around between 2 and 3 o'clock, because that's when everybody's really changing shifts and getting off work. But the con of that is that you're going to be stuck in traffic. Nobody wants to do that. So if you really just want to make your money and don't want to be in traffic, get out, be out there at 5 o'clock in the morning, work till about 10:30, 11 o'clock, call it quits. You definitely want to call it quits before 2 or like 1:30, just to be sure. Come back out around 8:30. That's when everybody wants to go out, start partying, going to the club, and you can pick them up, take them to where they need to go, and then you can do that probably from 8:30 to whenever you want to stop, because usually the nights in Atlanta bumping, and you want to for like the club scene, stay on the south side. That's where you're going to make your most money. Stay in the south side of Atlanta. When you're starting off early in the morning, you start off on the south side of Atlanta, but by 8 o'clock, I say about 7:30, 8 o'clock, you really want to be up north past Smyrna, Cobb County, stuff like that, and you can make some good money up there. Also, don't be afraid to go to those places like Fayetteville or Buford Highway, because those places don't really have bus lines that stay open too long. So you definitely can pick some money up there if you're going out there at night. I say probably around like 9:30, 10 o'clock. But that's the video for today. I hope I answered as many questions as possible. Hope I wasn't as long-winded. I feel like I was, but hopefully you got some good information. Like I said, I'm going to have my referral code here. Remember, use my referral code. You're not only helping me, but you're helping yourself. After your first 100 rides, that's 25 rides a week, people. You can get that knocked out in a couple of days. 25 rides a week, 100 rides in that first month. You're getting $900 in your account. I'm only getting $150, but hey, you scratch my back, I scratch yours. Hell, what you talking about? I'm hooking you up with $1,000. $1,000. I was $1,000, like $100. But I'm hooking you up with some money. So just referral code is going to be around this video and also going to be down in the description. And that's it, you guys. I hope this was helpful. If you have any more questions, put them down in the comments. I'll be sure to answer them in another video. And like I said, if you want to, we're going to, depending on what y'all say or however many likes this video gets, we're going to the whole insurance detail of Hertz and how they cover the car personally and what you're responsible for and what they'll cover. But till then, I'll see y'all next week for another video. And I'm out. Bye. Did I just, wow. I just did the snap in the gun. Oh my God, that was so lame. All right, you guys, peace.